It's time to speak your mind and speak easy with Sheila and Denise.
Well, hello everybody. How's it going? We're getting ready here for the live. Here we go. All righty. So let's go this way. Oh, look at us. We're all there.
Three Musketeers.
We have our lovely friend R.G. Taylor here.
Hello, I'm great. How are you guys? It's so good to see you all, and here we are. It's wonderful.
You know, it's kind of funny because the three of us originally had met at different events. So I met you originally at an event. I think it was in Boynton Beach. Am I correct on that?
Yes, I think it was the Boynton Beach. It was an author event.
Yes.
That happened there, and we were all together, and we were wondering what to do, and so we started talking and going around and meeting each other, and that's how I met you. You were like, I think, a few booths down from me. And we just started talking and having a conversation, and the rest they say is history. Because, you know, like years later, I think the same event.
Okay, was it?
I think it was in Boynton. I think it was the same event. And so we all met and hung out, and we all met and just started talking and just hanging and just like discussing our books and discussing the things we were into. And here we are now, several years later, at least, we've seen and crossed paths at different other book events and such, and so now here we are, and I've got changes in my life and you guys have had changes in your life, and so it's just like really cool to see how our lives are evolving, and our art and our artistry and our writing and everything. So, and I know we're going to talk about it later, but I still can't get over how excited we are for you and your book reaching #1. So we're so excited. Congratulations. #1. She brought it. There it is. This is a #1
There we go.
best-selling book. There it is. And so we are clapping for our friend. So excited for you. Congratulations on this.
It's a big deal.
It is a huge deal.
I'm not going to cry but this has been like the most amazing thing to see. First of all, to see your book, it said bestseller. Last week it said bestseller, and this week it said #1 bestseller. Yeah. I've never seen that. I know. I've never seen it before, and it was so exciting.
It's
so
so
sweet.
good. Yes. So we now have a friend who's a best-selling author. We can say best-selling author Sheila. Here she is now. So yeah, we're very excited.
Like with the Olympics and all that, like you're in alignment.
Yeah. Winning.
The Olympics.
Very good.
Yeah.
So
anyway, congratulations to you. It's such a huge thing. Yeah, for sure. It's such a big win. Such a good thing.
they're available on Amazon.
Okay.
So you can go right into Amazon. Look for Sheila Fowler. So I am the only Sheila Fowler there, which is kind of cool.
That's great.
And
ebook as well.
It's on ebook, it's on paperback, and eventually, from our last guest last week, it will also be an audiobook.
That's right.
So this is really cool.
Terrific. That's fun.
So you got to ride that wave.
That's riding the wave. There we go.
Yeah.
So RG, you write children's books.
Yeah.
And your book is all about something I love, the puppies.
Mm-hmm.
And tell us a little bit about Spike.
Sure. So the book is called Spike and the Holiday Parade. And it was written about my family and how we moved from Seattle to South Florida and how do you make it feel like the holidays. And my kids are like, what did you do? There's no snow. There's no cold. So as the dad, I have to do everything I can to try and make it feel like the holidays. So I decorated our car. I decorated our house. I decorated our dog, Spike, who didn't like it. I put him in a sweater. He didn't like it. But eventually, we meet new friends who celebrate Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and Christmas. And all those holidays come together and form Spike's Holiday Parade and raise money for the animal shelter where we got Spike.
And there's something special about the illustrations that you had told me before, that aren't they like the illustration look exactly like your family members?
Yeah, so they have strong likenesses of all of us in the family. And so it was just my publisher gave me 12 different illustrators to pick from. Yeah. And so this one I really liked because I thought they did a great job and were a classical look to the book. And so I just really loved the illustrations that go with the book. And of course, one other thing is there's hidden pugs. There's over 80 hidden pugs, so the kids have to find them. So it's a really great read aloud book. If the kids don't know how to read and they're sitting on your lap, you can read to them and then they're looking for the pugs that are hidden on every page. So it gives that interactive component.
And And as a
with
teacher,
the
I
book,
approve
too.
this message.
Right? For sure. So it's just it's a good, it has that interactive component for the kids. And so, but yeah, it's a fun book. It's available at Barnes and Noble. It's available at Walmart.com.
It's heartwarming.
It's
Beautiful story.
yeah, so just kind of wherever books are sold. And but I do, signings and everything, and so just like all of us do,
Yes.
where
it's
the
true.
door's open, we all get our books and we sign, and it's just nothing like being an author. And I share the time too when I was telling my kids, when they were little, they would go to bed at night like all kids do, but then I would tell them stories and make them up, putting them in the story.
Yes.
And then in the morning, sometimes they would have to tell me how it ended. So that would make them fall asleep thinking about like, how does this story end? And then they'd have to tell me. And
I love
but
that.
later on, fast forward years later, like that, those stories were really good. You should do something with that. And that was the inspiration to write Spike and the Holiday Parade, was their love of the stories that I had told them when they were a kid, that they said, this would be great. You should do something. And so I said, all right, I'll try. And I got published, and that's it.
Are you going to do more Spike stories?
Yes, I'm working on another one now, Spike and the Independence Day Parade. And you guys are the first to hear the title, so I've debuted it there. So it's being written. So we'll see when it comes out, but that's the next one.
You know what I wanted to say, touching on the first book, that it's so heartwarming. I read it a couple of
thank you.
times. It's so heartwarming, and it celebrates everyone's like holidays. Like it's not just about one holiday. It's like it's very diverse, so it celebrates diversity.
Yes.
It celebrates children. It celebrates family. You hit all the important themes, especially for holidays. I know when I wanted to read it in my class. We have to get books vetted now to read them, but the kids were really enjoying it.
Oh, that's wonderful.
yeah.
I appreciate the feedback.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes, thank you. Our life here in South Florida, we meet all kinds of people, and my kids have met all kinds of people, and so the story just reflects that. We've met all kinds of people in our community, and when they all come together to form the holiday parade, Spike's Holiday Parade, it's all the different holidays. Everybody decorated their car,
No one got
reflecting
left out.
their, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, and of course candy canes, because why not, right?
Yes.
So people decorated their cars to make them reflect their personal holiday, and then the holidays, through the parade, all come together and raise money. So it was just I appreciate you saying that, because I really wanted to show something where we can all, work together and be together. And in this day and age, it seems like we're more apart than we are together. And I just thought this book and the little guy Spike could kind of help bring people together,
like an olive
and
branch.
things like that. Yeah.
It's an olive branch.
So we can celebrate that, because we have a lot more in common than we think we do.
But
So-
RG, you're such a Renaissance man. There's so much to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
geez.
let's talk about art.
Okay.
You're wearing some of your art.
I am. This is wearable art. This is inspired by my picture called Audacity. And it's a
Great name.
painting that I did where I wanted to show what is that place from the now and the not yet, that place where you think, I'm going to be a doctor, I'm going to be a writer, I'm going to be a best-selling writer someday. And it takes audacity to believe that when you don't have it happen yet, and you're not there yet, but you're
on the
going to
brink.
do it. You're on the brink.
Yeah.
You're going to keep going. You're going to do it, like an audacity to be a writer, or to be an artist, or to be a doctor, or a teacher, or just whatever that audacity is. That's what I wanted to capture. And so I have a painting that I did, and I loved it so much that I made a shirt, and I made shoes, and I made other things about it. And it's actually my top selling piece that I have, is this shirt, because people love the message about finding their own audacity to believe, to do something with their life and for their life. And so whether it's art, whatever it is, but I wanted to capture that, and that's what the shirt is. So thanks for bringing it up. And I wanted to wear it.
To talk about words, and usually when you use the word audacity, it's a negative connotation, but this is a very positive, passionate connotation.
Yes.
I like using it that way.
Yes.
It's very
for sure.
strong. It's a totally different, way of looking at things and spinning things around,
So
right?
it's like, oh, you have the audacity
Right.
to say that, how dare you?
But I love how you're
and
using
making
it.
it like,
Yeah.
audacity is amazing. Audacity
Yeah, and I love that.
Audacity
I love
is,
that
like,
spin on it.
incredible to have audacity, to believe in yourself. And
Exactly. I
you
love
have the
that.
audacity
I
to
thought it
believe
that
in
when I first
yourself.
heard the title.
You have the audacity to believe in yourself. Yes, I do. I
Yeah.
really believe I can do this,
That'd be a good
whatever it is.
Another shirt that I love, the one that you now, or the about
Oh,
the
no,
one that you buy.
support living artists. The dead ones don't need the money. That's it. Yes. And then I have another one. I have another one that's coming out. It's called Support Living Authors because the dead ones don't need the money. Shakespeare doesn't need your money anymore.
He's getting enough.
Authors need your money. Living authors need your money. William Shakespeare does not need it anymore.
We
But
love
living authors. We love him. We're not going to knock him. He's not here. We're talking behind his back. But we are going to
Can't hear
say
us.
support living authors because the dead ones don't need the money, and support living artists because the dead ones. And that I don't care if it's an actor or director or musician or singer, whatever the artists are, ceramicists, whatever. Support them because there's certain places that you can go and get these, get art off, from a big box store or what have you. But your $50 or $25 to buy an artwork original from a person and that's an artist goes so much farther than what the big box stores do. And it means so much to them when you take a piece of their work and they know it's going to hang in your office or in your home. It just means so much. So, next time you go to or think about a big box store I'll just go to some hoods place that rhymes with some hoods and you're going to go there to look for something. Just think about a local place that you could go and get art. And I know we're going to talk about that pretty soon of where you could go if you're in South Florida. But just, really think about that because I'm so passionate about supporting living authors, living artists, because the dead ones don't need the money, but because also too, we really work hard to write our books. We work hard to market them, to let you know about them, and that there are so many amazing authors, just like there's so much good music out there and so many, different artists and such. So I just am like, I'm on a mission, ladies, to just really get the word out there about how it is so important to support the living artist community that's around you, wherever you are and wherever this podcast goes.
And when people buy, whether they buy, a book or they buy your shirt or an author, it's like they're buying, I don't want to say buying a piece of you, that sounds strange, but it's like they're becoming like, you're uniting with them. It's like a family kind of thing. Like you put all your blood, sweat, and tears into your book, you put them into your books, you put them into your art. So it's like they're joining in with you. They're becoming part of your art world.
Absolutely.
In a way, like puzzle pieces together.
Absolutely, yeah. That synergy takes place.
Definitely.
You're now connected. I take all this, what it took to create this painting was audacity. I had to have the audacity to believe that I could paint. Audacity.
I'm going to be using it totally different. I love it.
use that with my books now.
Yeah. And I'm going to use that I'm going to put
Good.
that with my poetry too. We're going to do a lot of collaboration.
Audacity can rhyme with different words too, so be good, be good.
So do you,
But yeah.
do you find that you favor your passion for art or writing one more over the other, or it's...
Oh, it's like which kid do you love more? I can't decide. There's different aspects to both, and I just enjoy both. There's something about writing a book where you have the characters and you make them move in certain ways and do certain things, which is great. But there's also something about painting too, where you move the paint in certain ways and how to communicate. So I think I couldn't choose honestly which one I liked more because I find both just very unique expressions and very unique ways to communicate my soul, if you will, out to people.
Yes.
And so I love them both.
And there might be days when you're more in the mood to do the
for
art.
sure.
And maybe
For
other
sure.
days when you're more in the mood to write. So you kind of like switch on.
Yeah, you can kind of go into both worlds,
Yes.
and kind of visit like parallel universes or something. You can go into both. Yes, I'm very excited. I'm doing a couple of collaborations. One of them is with Anthony Burks, and Anthony's an artist at the Peach, and he also has 2 pieces at the Norton Museum. And so I'm going to be doing a collaboration with a piece of his. I'm doing a piece with Scott Jeffries, who's also an artist. His stuff's all over the world and country, and he's a tremendous artist at the Peach. And then Erica Kyle, also I'm doing a collaboration with her.
Oh, great.
And a piece. So they gave me a piece of theirs. They gave me a piece, and now they want me to add my touch to it. So
I want to see something with you and
highly
Quinn Miller.
honored.
I want to see the photography.
Yeah, maybe that'll be the one. So
Yeah.
there's other I'll say collaborations coming up, but these are the first 3 that I've got right now, and I've got another one I'll say is Cass O'Brien. She's a world-renowned ceramicist. She makes ceramics.
Okay.
And so I'm going to do something ceramic, which I've not done in many, many years, but I'm going to try it and collaborate with her. So yeah, there's some amazing, amazing collaborations coming up with the artwork,
I
and I'm
think it's also
excited
because
about it.
we have, and these are all local people. So we have
Yes.
we have a lot of local people here in the Palm Beach County area. I could not believe it when I first, first started writing. I couldn't believe the amount of writers that were in this
Yeah.
area. So it's kind of refreshing to see that now there's like almost like a renaissance when you see this, that there's a lot of colors. You are a prime example of this. There's a lot of colors, and
For
when
sure.
you see more brightness, and that to me, it makes my whole world. That's why I love color. I'm a purple person, so I love a lot of color. For you though, do you find that when you put out your work, because I know that I always hate, like, oh my God, there's like a negative review or something like that. But do you get kind of that nervous energy too when you first putting out something?
Yeah, when you put something out, it's always like, how's it going to be received?
Yes.
You know? But I go back to this one instance. I studied film in college, and I heard from, I believe it was Martin Scorsese, who used to bring in people who were students of film to critique his films.
Okay.
Because if you remember back in the day, there was Siskel and Ebert, the great reviewers and stuff, who made a ton of money, but never really ever made a movie in their life. So they just had an opinion.
Right.
And Scorsese
Big
could give a
opinions.
crap about their opinion. But he respected the opinion of students who were making movies because they were in the battle. They understood what it took to make a movie, and he valued their opinion on his camera work, his camera angles, how he shot different things, and wanted their input because he felt like they were a part of the team, the colleagues that did this.
Brilliant.
And so I thought I've always tucked that in my heart and my head and realized that who's giving me the criticism? Is it somebody who understands what it takes to write a book? Is it someone who understands what it takes to make a painting and put their soul into something? Or is it someone who's just, got an opinion? Okay, that's fine. But I welcome constructive criticism.
Yes.
I will welcome a writer explaining something to me that they think would make my writing better or my painting more of what it can be, but and people have an opinion, and that's fine. Certain art isn't for everybody. I don't create things that is going to be mass appeal to everyone. No one can. So it's just a matter of recognizing, though, that if you're putting your soul out there, like you said, Sheila,
Yes.
and now what's that negative thing that someone says? Is there merit to it or not, and what's the source? And I think we can learn from Martin Scorsese when he says, are they a colleague or are they not? And that's where you kind of draw the line.
You know what? I do open mic at Village Music in Wellington, and I read my poetry. And people have said before, well, actually, it's one person in particular, your poetry is so sad and depressing. Why don't you write about something happy? And then a woman got up and said, I like her sad stuff. And I was thinking about what we just said about Martin Scorsese and all that, and how if you're not involved in it, you don't know. You really can't say anything. It's like also people that aren't in the classroom and they're telling teachers what to do and they have no idea. It's like if you're involved in it, yes, then you should be able to say something. You should be constructive, but give something that we can use.
Right.
And there are different ways to deal with things.
Right, and people will like your poetry, or they won't. They'll like my
Exactly.
painting, they won't. They'll like your book, they won't. And that's all right.
Different strokes, right?
That's okay, exactly. They're okay to do that. It's just a matter of how we, I think, as creative people, can have our soul out there, and then someone wants to just.
I'm very sensitive.
And
very sensitive.
and we're sensitive to it. But I think these are some of the tools that help us to say, where is this coming from? Where is this?
Yeah.
What are their opinion? Or is it an informed colleague that's
Right,
talking to
exactly.
you? And that makes a big difference now for all of us going forward to say, man, when I hear this criticism or I hear this, I can filter it now based on how this comes to me and how I hear this and how I see this. So, yeah, it's so important. And honestly, in other areas of life too,
But
In other areas
and
of
we
life.
all deal with that too, especially like at book
course.
events.
Yes.
Like at book events, when people they pick it up and they're like, "What is this? Oh, it's poetry. Oh, moving along." I don't want
Oh,
to
you
read
just
anything
write
like that.
romance. I always love that one. Oh, you just write romance.
Yeah.
Just.
It's easy.
You
Yeah,
do it.
do it. Yeah. Yeah, it's so easy. Yeah. Okay, that's why not everybody does it. We've decided,
Everyone has an
we've
opinion.
picked up the mantle as artists, as creative people, and said, I will do this thing and I will create. And
Yes.
that
And I will
is
be vulnerable
humongous.
because
Yes, it's very
creating
vulnerable.
is vulnerable.
Very
You're
vulnerable.
naked to the world, being whether you're a visual artist, whether you're a writer, whether you're a poet, you're out there.
You're out there.
And there's nothing protecting you from the rest of the world. It's
Right.
just you and your
You're
art.
laid bare.
Yeah.
And
So-
and doing that though, we have to also make sure we're protecting ourselves.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
So where can we see you next? Where are your
So-
good locations
So
here?
I'm very excited that this year I was asked to be an artist in residence at the Peach. And that's part of the No More Starving Artist Foundation, which is also based at the Peach in West Palm Beach. So the
Fun
Peach
place.
is a really neat place. It's an art collective. We have 11 artists there, and all of us share studio space. We have 6 studios and then an additional gallery, and we all share our space of the spaces. We have different artists with different mediums, different ways that they create. And that's where it is at the Peach in West Palm Beach. And I'm there most weekends and during the week on Wednesdays. And so we have one thing I'm going to talk about is we have a big art event coming up March 7th called Equinox.
Okay.
And we're going to have probably over 30 artists there and their works. And you can come and experience and have an art walk with all of us. And it's a juried exhibition, so the pieces will all be looked at and reviewed. And by people who make art too, not just have an opinion, since we've determined that. But it's gonna be a great show, great time. And we have an art walk at the Beach every month. The first Saturday of every month, we have an art walk. Other places where my work is at, it's at Latitude Art Gallery in West Palm Beach. It's at Easton Art Galleries in Delray Beach. So I'm represented by Easton Art Galleries with my art. So it's at different places, and just you can visit my website at rgtaylorbooks.com.
Nice.
And just see my calendar of events and stuff. But come to the Peach. You won't be disappointed. You were just there recently,
I love
Denise.
the
What did you
Beach.
think? What did
The
you tell
vibe is
us?
so electric. I loved it. They had music. You could talk to people. I loved it there. I was in love with that place. I can't wait to go back.
Hey,
Loved it.
so there you have it. There you have it. The Peach
Loved it.
in West Palm Beach, and we just received or are getting next week an award for our Community Impact Award from the Palm Beach Council, Cultural Council for Palm Beach County. So it's very exciting. So it's a great time to be an artist, great time to be at the Peach, and so it's really exciting. Oh, thank you. So we are also, I'm excited because I'm in charge of the docent program, and people don't know what a docent is. So a docent is actually a person who is educated in the ways of art, and you'll find them at museums most of the time, where they give you a guided tour about the museum.
We did that with
We
my kids
are
in my class.
doing a docent training for the Peach now, and people can sign up for it. We have high school students, if you're listening or watching, or moms and dads. We have a scholarship for your student, 100% covered, if they want to come and be a docent at the Peach. And they will also receive their hours towards
community
graduation.
service. Yep.
For community
And
service.
you guys need that.
They have to
Yeah.
these hours to graduate, and the docent program at the Peach qualifies.
Oh, that's
And
great.
so
And you get
they'll
to
be
have
able to do
fun.
it. And you get to have fun, you get to meet artists. So, and one final thing, wait, there's more, whatever. But a couple other things is that one of the shirts that we were talking about is the uniform, and they get a shirt that says "Support Living Artists." The dead ones don't need the money. That's
have
the
to get the
uniform. And then the other thing is that all the docents who are artistic we're going to have a docent art show where they're going to be able to show their art as a docent and have one of their pieces submitted, whatever the piece is. It will have a showing at the Peach, and be promoted and everything through the power of the Peach.
So
for
lots of
everybody.
incentives for the
Lots of incentives for the power of the Peach. Yeah, the power of the Peach. And so and so that's just something very exciting to have that's starting. The dates on that are March 28th of 2026, and they can register through Eventbrite for that.
Okay.
And do that.
And
So,
they
yeah.
just search the peach or
Docent
they
training.
Docent
Docent.
training.
Yeah.
Okay.
DOCENT. Docent training.
Okay.
That C is an S sound.
Or they can look you up too, right?
Oh, yeah,
They
you can look up
you
Robert Taylor, or excuse me, R.G. Taylor books and look that up. But yeah, that's it. And then I have another event. What is the other
The
one?
author and illustrator
So,
event.
what do you know about that one?
The author and illustrator event is going to be at the Peach.
Yes.
And I believe April 4th or April 7th?
April 4th.
April 4th. I think,
Yeah.
was it? I know that there's going to be a lot of authors and illustrators there. They're going to have tables.
Yep. So we're
I wanted to ask you, there's a woman that also does poetry, and she actually has a vintage typewriter, an old-fashioned typewriter, and she types up poems for people. They give her a word or whatever, and she gives them to them as a present. And I'm like, why didn't I think of that?
That's a great idea.
I'm proud of her because she's doing well with it. I watch her
Yeah,
on social
yeah.
media and stuff.
That's
But I
terrific.
think she's going to be at it. I think there's going to be music.
Yep,
Yeah,
we'll
there's
have
gonna be
music. It's going to be tied into the art walk at the
Okay.
Peach. So we're going to have all kinds of artists, and then we're going to have all
I'll be
kinds of
there.
authors and illustrators all together, coming together and have a book signing. So if you're an author, you're an illustrator, you're invited to come and be a part of this event at the Peach, tied into the art walk. So you're going to have a lot of traffic, a lot of people
Yes.
coming for all kinds of different things. But you can bring your table, bring your books, set up, and sign away and sell away to as many people as you can. So we're doing everything we can to bring people. But that's also, you can sign up for that on the Eventbrite website
Okay.
and just look up authors and illustrators at the Peach. So on Eventbrite. I am busy. I am busy. I am.
And like I said, RG is a very good friend of ours.
He
And
is. He's wonderful.
because he's a wonderful person.
Yes.
And I loved that you came here for us because this means a lot to both of us because you are not only a special person, a special artist, you're a special friend to us. So thank you again for
Oh, well,
coming.
it is
And you
my
promote
pleasure.
so many people.
I know.
Like
Yeah.
you do promote yourself in some ways, but you're promoting other people all the time. We
All the
see it,
Oh.
like on social media, and we're very grateful for that.
Yes,
I know we tell you that.
Thank you. I feel very blessed to have what I have and what I get to do, and so I always want to pay it forward or try and support everyone else because I know what it's like.
Yeah, yeah.
And when you
That
just
could be
wish you
our-
could get a break or you could just have something, someone just recognize you, and so I'm like, yeah, I absolutely. So it's a pleasure. I'm your first live guest, which is an honor to be here with you all, and just thank you so much for letting me.
Like when I came to see you with my friend Allie, your jaw dropped open. You're so that made me feel so good.
Oh, I'm human. I love people to come and we have to show up for each other
Yes, I love
and
it.
follow each other on the social media.
Yeah, so
We need to follow each other.
That was my next question. So where can we find you? We got RG Books.
RG Taylor Books.
RG Taylor Books.
Yeah, and then Instagram RG Taylor Books, and TikTok is RG Taylor Books. So those are the social medias, and just follow me on social media, and I will follow back. I do
Follow,
follow back.
follow.
So I do follow back. So I may not follow back right away, but I do follow back. But I will get there. But yeah, just on the social media things, and I just think it's really important too. This event that we have coming up with the authors and illustrators, we're going to have a time before that we're going to have a barter time where you can trade your book with someone of an author.
Yes.
And just be able to trade books with each other as a bartering time.
I've done it
And
at
so,
events
yeah,
before.
it's
It's
a really
wonderful.
neat. It's really
Yeah.
fun. And,
love that.
a couple of times I've been at other art fairs and book fairs and stuff, but I've traded my book, Spike,
Yes.
for a hot dog lunch. I've traded my book for maybe,
Traded books.
we've done it. We've
Yeah,
traded,
yeah.
so I think, you got to realize that your book or your art is an asset that's you can trade and it has value and
Yes,
someone else is
yes,
happy. I've traded
absolutely.
beautiful pieces of pottery for my books. I've traded different things. So we're going to have a time with the authors before the event. And we're going to talk about following each other on social media. We're going to talk about authors supporting authors. We're going to talk about how we can be there for each other in the community through the Peach. And so that's something that I think is just really important. We're going to have some micro events coming up too, meet the author events and discussions. And we have a big announcement that I can't give it yet, but I'll let you all know and let you guys make the announcement. Once we know, you'll get the firsts for it and be able to exclusively share what the new big news will be in October about authors. But that's all I can say right now. So, but yeah. So
I want Sheila to show her book again.
okay.
We could do that. I put it right here. Okay, I do love this book. I love the cover, by the way, and I want to
steamy.
thank very steamy. It's a very steamy book too.
Define steamy. What does that mean?
That'll be another show.
What does
would be
that?
Or we could say
What?
they call it spice, right?
I don't like using spice, but
Oh,
I, just
look,
like,
sorry. I don't know. I heard it somewhere. I was like,
I like using steamy because
Steamy.
what that means is that it fogs up your glasses. That's
Okay.
so what? So on a steamy scale, like 1 to 10.
okay. So 1 to 10, this is like a 7.
Oh,
Yes, I have a couple chapters in it, so that's how I look at it.
Books that are tens. Steamy
I
tens.
do.
yeah, she
I
does.
do.
Okay.
And
Right
Sheila
on.
She said the glass is fogged up, so there we go.
Glasses came off. It sounds like.
Sheila turned red.
It was funny. It was when I used to act all the time. It was one of the things. I'd be sitting there and I'd be doing this scene with another actor, and all of a sudden my glass would get all foggy. He says, "You cannot wear those glasses while you're doing the."
But that's perfect. I think it's so funny.
Oh, that's great. That
Well,
is great.
lots to be proud of, and
Yes.
lots of exciting things coming up. You know, it's going to be a great spring into the
Yes.
summer.
Yes.
And then, you know, in the summer, we have Heidi Hess's Read It, Write It event in June, which is like the highlight of the season. But before that, Sheila has a book event
Yes.
coming up.
Yes,
So-
mine is on March 14th, and it's going to be here. Matter of fact, in this room that we're in right now, and it's called the Spring Break Book Bash, and it's going to be free. And if you need more information, it's on my website, which is SheilaFowlerAuthor.com. Click on the tab that says, never mind, Speakeasy Podcast, but also Spring Break Book Bash. So thank you again, Archie, for being here with us. We really loved having you. And oh my God, we could talk forever, by the way.
You know we will.
The three of us.
Very easily.
We could talk
It's
to-
what
This
happens
was
with good
fun.
friends.
This was
What
fun
happens.
and,
Yeah.
and very relaxing. We hope you relaxed too. And
Absolutely.
learned a lot from us.
So thank you again, and we will see you next time. We have a great guest our next event, which is in 2 weeks. Wait until you see him. His name is Jose. That's all I'm going to give you. You'll get more information in the next couple of days here. But anyway, thank you again for joining us for the Speakeasy podcast.
Don't forget to speak easy, speak your mind, and join the conversation. See you in 2 weeks.
See you soon. And remember to join us every other Thursday at 5:30 p.m. and speak easy with us.